Brad Pitt confesses something about Angelina Jolie that will give Hollywood a U-turn. An unprecedented statement from Brad about his divorce from Angelina reopens wounds and shakes Hollywood. The saga of the divorce between Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie continues to make headlines, even though several years have passed since the couple announced their separation. The high-profile breakup has had a significant impact on both of their public images, especially on the actor's figure, who has lost contact with his children. However, a statement he made at the beginning of the conflict has come to light and could give a U-turn to how this whole story is perceived in Hollywood. Brad Pitt confessed at that time that the divorce made him deeply reconsider that he had to give more for his children. A goal that, sadly, to this day, he has not only not achieved but has resulted in quite the opposite. What exactly did Brad Pitt say, and why do his words contrast so much with the current situation? An eternal divorce that marked Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie and divided a family. Brangelina, as they were popularly nicknamed, was the most powerful and dazzling union Hollywood remembered. That union, which began during the filming of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, also made them both stronger on a media and professional level. But the dream of millions of movie and celebrity fans around the world ended 8 years ago, in 2016, when the couple publicly announced their separation. However, the scandals and complexities of the breakup came later. The divorce process has dragged on agonizingly until this very year 2025. Since then, it has been marked by legal battles and tensions that have transcended the private to become global news. The debate over the long divorce process between Brad and Angelina has been related to the dispute over the ownership of a vineyard they acquired together in France. However, Pitt's public image has been affected by several of the events and accusations that have arisen during the conflict. Allegations of alcoholism, accusations of supposed moments of aggression. The process has been relentless for the actor's reputation, presenting a very different image from the Hollywood heartthrob we were used to. One of the most painful and public consequences of this prolonged conflict has been Brad Pitt's estrangement from his children. Sadly, we now know that Brad Pitt has no relationship with many of his children. Some of them have even expressed that they want nothing to do with him and have started to remove his last name. Brad Pitt's confession about his children that shakes Hollywood. This is where the old statement that has come to light comes into play, giving a U-turn to the perception of this story. Shortly after, in an interview for GQ magazine, Brad Pitt opened up about the impact the divorce was having on his life and his view of fatherhood. At that time, with the conflict just beginning, the actor made a confession that now, given the reality of his relationships with his children, is especially revealing and, sadly, ironic. "Our divorce hit me hard," Brad Pitt said in that interview, acknowledging the deep emotional impact of the breakup. He continued with a reflection on his role as a father that, at that moment, seemed to mark a turning point and a purpose for improvement. "I have to be more for my children. I have to show them," he added, expressing a desire to be a more present, involved, and demonstrative father. With a sincerity that surprised then and moves now, Brad Pitt concluded that sentence with an acknowledgement of his own shortcomings at that time. "I haven't done very well," he admitted, recognizing that he felt he hadn't been the father his children deserved or needed. The actor also admitted in that 2017 interview that he couldn't remember a day since college when he hadn't abused certain substances. However, he also said that he had given up everything except alcohol when he started a family in an attempt to lead a more stable life. "I enjoy wine a lot, but I completely ruined it. I had to step away for a while." With surprising bluntness, he described the severity of his addiction. "Honestly, I could drink a Russian under the table with his own vodka." Brad Pitt's confession reveals the emotional magnitude of his divorce from Angelina Jolie. Far from healing wounds, these words reopen a debate about his role as a father and his place in Hollywood. Will he be able to redeem himself, or is the distance with his children already irreversible?